The CFO of the Walt Disney Company, Mr. Hugh Johnston, said that Epic Universe was going to be a boost to Disney because so many people would be coming to the area, they would just also visit Walt Disney World instead. Well, new filings by the Walt Disney Company and things stated on their earnings call seem to say that that was not the case. In fact, there was a drop. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here is my good friend and Wookiee co-pilot, Mr. Vash Sky. Vash, how many times have you visited Walt Disney World this last month?
This last month, 0. In my life, maybe 2 times. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a wonderfully pleasant place, but at the same time, it's not what it used to be. We've been watching over here on this channel and on the Valiant Renegade channel, on the WDW Pro channel as well, the recent earnings releases from the Disney company, and there's been a lot of surprising revelations there. I'm not one to just throw that around to try to gin up interest or anything like that. There have been filings that are new, or aspects of filings that show that maybe they're not making as much money on films as they reported to in the past. Why they're releasing that information now, I don't know. But Hugh Johnston, when asked on earnings calls, would tell the shareholders and investors in the company that no. Here I'll go with the quote. We talked about Epic in the past, in particular, as something that we knew would be a factor in domestic parks, and in fact, as very much in line with our expectations. If anything, it seems to be impacting the rest of the competition down in Florida more than it is impacting us from a consumer perspective. We certainly feel good about it. Vash, what exactly is it that they feel good about?
Yeah, they feel good about the negative impact from Epic Universe, I think, is what they're at least Hugh Johnston here is trying to intimate. And it's funny because I think you were just about to bring it up, the fact that Hugh Johnston has said something quite the opposite in actually the most recent past. We can go back to Q4, fiscal year 2024, that earnings call in which he said this. And this is from Hugh Johnston as well. Regarding Epic, we did model that into our expectations for the experience's outlook. As I mentioned earlier, the early bookings that we have next summer are actually positive. So that's certainly a positive indicator. We also looked at the history of other attractions opening up and other parks opening up in Florida, and it's generally been beneficial to us. So that is all very much captured in the guide that we provided. Yes, Hugh Johnston, 1 year prior to this last earnings call, said that Epic Universe was going to be beneficial to them. Now he's saying quite the opposite. He's saying that it's had a negative impact on them, just as, well, basically the entire theme park world predicted that it would.
Right. And I will say that Epic Universe, of course, it's stealing a little bit of market share away from the Busch Gardens, Tampa Bays, and the Cypress Gardens. That's Legoland now, and SeaWorld, because people are wanting to see the brand new theme park over there in Orlando. That's not really a question that anyone had. But the big question, of course, was how much will this impact Disney? And Epic Universe is a great park. I just want to say this is amazing. I'm hearing from some people, oh, they've got operational issues here and there and those, and I don't want to hand wave the entire thing, but they are, it seems like they're in previews right now as they add in an additional, 10 million new visitors to their park in the first year here, without cannibalizing Universal Studios Florida or Islands of Adventure. That's amazing. At this point, all bets are off, of course, when the annual passes actually include Epic Universe. But at this point, I think everyone's attention is on this brand new theme park with rides that are more consistently up. I don't want to say they're perfect, but if we compare the most recent attractions at Disney World right now to all of these attractions at Epic Universe, I mean, the closest we have is what do we have? Tiana's Bayou Adventure? Is that the most recent one? Or the downgrade to Remy's Ratatouille Adventure over there at Epcot? Disney has unbelievable downtime on their newest attractions, and Epic Universe has a they did cornhole one day at Dark War, which I would have been very disappointed if I was there to see Monsters Unleashed or Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, and instead got cornhole, and it's not even evil cornhole. It's just cornhole, bright red and blue bags. Uh, why is it that you think? I have my own theories on this. Why is it that you think that people would be visiting Disney less versus Epic?
Well, I mean, Epic Universe is the new hotness, right? If you've gone to Walt Disney World over the last 50 years of its operation, 50 plus years now, you've seen it. You've seen the assortment of attractions that they've had. Unfortunately, they haven't had, I think, the amount of growth that one would expect, especially if you saw Walt Disney World in the 80s and 90s. I mean, the growth was absolutely spectacular. But unfortunately, in the Bob Iger era, we just haven't seen that crazy amount of growth. I think the last big addition, really, really big addition that really was seen as quite the win there was probably Pandora, Avatar at
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom that opened in 2017, and then what I think in 2022, Cosmic Rewind opens at Epcot. That's basically it. That's what you're going down to Walt Disney World to actually to see. I suppose you have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Rise of Resistance, but again, something like that can also be found at Disneyland, and that resort has seen some additions for it as well. So when you look at the attractions available to you in Florida, what are you going to do? You're going to go to a Walt Disney World that you've seen over and over again, or are you going to go to something entirely brand new with entirely brand new attractions in the form of Epic Universe?
Right.
Some things we've seen over there at Hollywood and Japan, that being Super Nintendo World, but for the most part, this is all brand new. This is all a place. There is no place in the world offering the experiences that Epic provides.
Right. And it's new to the market, and that's what's really important here. When you look at what Disney has going on right now, it's got a bunch of walls up at Magic Kingdom.
Right.
The transformation of Epcot did not go as advertised, and I think a lot of people who, other than the locals who are dedicated to going to that park as if it's a lifestyle, I think that they've lost the interest of the audience there. Disney's Animal Kingdom has something like 5 attractions right now, and some of them are amazing attractions, but that's not enough to justify the ticket prices that people would have to pay to be there. So it has to
Sure.
be in addition to. It did cannibalize, and this is ancient history, but Disney's Animal Kingdom was the point at which they realized they were cannibalizing their other parks at Disney by doing another park. So the idea of a fifth gate is out of the question. So Disney has to expand on what is there, but they're not expanding, they're taking things out. So now we have Cars Mountain and Villains Mountain that'll be coming sometime in the next few years. And an Epic Universe is already, they've filed permits for 150,000 square foot building that I think we're all thinking that's going to be going in the Harry Potter area. And I'm just going to say Harry Potter right now is a pretty hot property, between the new HBO series that's going to be coming out in a few years, and
Right.
the audio dramas, which are, by the way, if this is not a theme park thing that I'm saying this here, the new audio dramas that Audible put out, they're wonderful. They're so good. I have to relinquish my Audible account to let my kids listen to them, because they're and then I'll catch up later because I want to listen to the entire thing. Um, they have the properties at Universal that people actually want to participate in, and the Disney company right now is failing. The best that they have is over advertising things that are not successful. As of
Right.
the recording of this video, the Moana live action remake trailer is out, and you know what it looks like?
Mm.
It's so heavy in the CG that I'm like, well, why would I watch a 3D animated version of Moana that doesn't look like good Disney animation? Every now and then they put a person up. So it's just repetition over there at Disney. It's habit viewing. It's cultural stagnation brought to you by the Bob Iger Corporation. And so
Yes.
there is nothing to bring people in over there except for habits. And I think Epic Universe might be good enough that it's going to start breaking habits. And they might
Well,
have this next expansion out before Disney has Cars Mountain completed.
I think this is already starting, Jonas. I think this is already beginning. I think I was informed by somebody who had been in the hotel or services industry for a long, long time over there in Central Florida, and he was telling me, look, listen, you can't have the amount of bookings that we have had, which we're up, but not up to the extent that you would need if Epic was going to just have a net gain of 10 million without any attrition whatsoever from any other park. You had to have cannibalization somewhere else. And it couldn't just occur at Busch Gardens. It couldn't just occur at Universal on property. It had to occur from somewhere else. Where is that occurring? It's occurring at Walt Disney World. It has to. And I think Hugh Johnston has finally let in the cat into the bag, saying, "Yeah, it affected us. Well, it didn't affect us as bad. Trust us, and we have plenty of additions coming, $60 billion worth or whatever." By the way, Epic, Jonas, that permit that was filed for that large, I'm guessing we're thinking it's a show building, 150,000 square feet. That, by the way, Epic Universe, I believe Universal representatives just actually came out and confirmed that there is an expansion coming to Epic Universe. So they're already throwing money at this. They're throwing money at other places on resort property right now. They're building a new coaster to make up for the Hollywood Riptide Rocket. So it's coming. Like Universal, they're hitting the gas right here. And Disney is doing their best to hang on to what they have. Like you said, stagnation.
Right. We wish Disney the best in all of this. I hope that they find some kind of leadership over there that actually they need a creative executive somewhere high up in the company. And currently they don't have that. And I know they have people who think they're creative executives high up at that company, but really what they have is a stiff as a board, starched button-up shirt with a sweater that likes to tour the parks and talk about what a great job he does. I think it's important when that's all said and done that whoever is the next CEO, if their creatives are too reverent to Bob Iger, they've got to get past that so that they can get on to what will drive that company forward into the future. And what is in the future? It's in the past. The irony there is not lost on me. The fact that we're looking at almost a steampunk inspired aesthetic here, a Victorian era with a splash of color here in Celestial Park. With that being said, we want to throw this to our commenters. What do you think is the cause of a 1% reduction in attendance over there at Disney? Is it only Epic Universe, or is there something else that we're missing? Were they out of churros that day, perhaps? You let us know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you haven't done it. And if you wouldn't mind, consider subscribing to That Park Plays for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.